Hey, what is up, everybody? Jason here. Hopefully this is live. Anyway, today we are going to be doing something a little bit different, but really exciting for me. We are going to be looking at this. This is a Lego compatible keyboard called the Pixel, produced by MelGeek, and we're going to dive into it. But before we do that, we're going to go through a little bit of history of my customization of keyboards. This is actually something that I've done in the past. This is the latest one I built, which is quite old now. I actually designed this in 2017, so it's almost 5 years old. I think it was December that year. And this is basically a Lego brick-built frame wrapped around a Cooler Master rapid-fire like gaming keyboard, which was pretty popular at the time, I believe. But compared to like the current generation, it's kind of lacking. There's no RGB on it. It's complete. It's only wired. There's no wireless options, no Bluetooth, anything like that. But it was a really cool project. I actually don't use this as my daily keyboard, but I use it on the secondary PC I have in the other room. But even before this, I created another keyboard which has long been disassembled. But I do have, we'll just go look at it. And it actually started all the way back in 2005. In 2005, I built this prototype, and this was built on top of a membrane. And I just basically built a floating Technic grid with keys that would depress the membrane keyboard. But then I set it aside. I put it in my closet for like 7 years, and I actually didn't revisit it until 2014, so like 9 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago. And eventually styled it like this, which was kind of embracing the Lego colors, and I used a bunch of cool decorative tiles and the letter tiles on it. And it was really fun, but it didn't actually perform very well because it was built on a membrane keyboard, and there's a lot of vibration in the Technic grid that I built above it. So, like I said, in 2015, I redid it as a mechanical keyboard. And for this one, I actually had my younger brother, who's a mechanical engineer. He actually designed these keycaps, which are basically 3D printed, and they're basically like 2x2 plates essentially, and they have a little, essentially what's the equivalent of an axle hole in Lego terms, but it's compatible with the Cherry MX switches, which is what I had on here. So I just pulled all the keycaps off this keyboard and replaced them with these 3D printed ones, which actually worked really well, and actually works really nice. And one thing I got a lot of flack from is I didn't actually put letter keys on this. I just had the tiles making Lego, but that's because I can touch type, so I don't actually have to look at the keyboard to type. It's definitely a useful skill to have. But anyway, that brings us to today, where we will be basically seeing what this one is all about. And yeah, let's jump right into it. To start with, the box on this is absolutely ridiculous. It's got this like crazy sliding screen feature on it, which is kind of crazy. And it's got like a magnetically sealed flap in the front. So we'll pop it open. And the boxing is actually quite good on this. They definitely spared no expense on the box. And there's a lot of reviews out there on the internet already of this, even from Lego YouTubers and such, so I'm not going to go too much into the details of this. You can definitely find all the information online. They have these cool Lego themed boxes inside. I should also mention, if you do want to buy one of these yourself, they're currently running a Kickstarter campaign to do pre-orders, and they definitely have enough they've already surpassed their goal. And it's actually already in production, or well into pre-production, so they're definitely producing them. There's no like uncertainty. I think they're just using the Kickstarter to see how many they'll actually need to produce. And it actually comes with a bunch of these clone Lego tiles so you can decorate the keyboard however you like, but we're not going to use any of those. We're going to see if we can do something a little more elaborate. Since I have a whole collection of Lego pieces behind me, we're going to use them and see what we can build with it. Okay, so that's the rambling intro. So who's all up in the chat? I see we have quite a few people. Our hamburgers in the house, Tricks and Bricks. That's awesome. Thanks for joining. You definitely do get a lot of these 1x1 tiles. And I think on their website they have like some patterns you can, if you're not creative in any way, you can follow the predefined patterns. But we'll set those aside. And in this box we have, oh yeah, we have a cable, we have a key puller to pull the keycaps off, which is pretty standard for mechanical keyboards. We have a cable. This can operate actually wirelessly or hardwired. So this is USB-C cable, which I don't think I'm actually going to hook the keyboard up during this video. I'm just going to customize it. I assume it works. It's you know, pretty standard technology. And what are these? Oh, these are some little rubber feet. Oh, interesting, with like some studs. So apparently we can put these underneath, but we don't need to do that. And what's this? Oh, it can also, here's a dongle. Actually, it can also operate on 2.4 gigahertz. So you can plug this into your keyboard and go wirelessly that way, if Bluetooth isn't good enough for you. Okay, so that's all the stuff in there. Hi from Singapore. Okay, so definitely missed a lot of people in the chat, I'm sure. But shout out to everybody who wanted a shout out. Our hamburger, will the live stream schedule change to Thursday? No, actually, I'm just busy. I'm just busy tomorrow, so I just decided to do this one today. So Friday is when it will usually happen, hopefully. Okay, so it's pretty interesting form factor. There are studs all over it, which is pretty cool. There are studs on the bottom, which is interesting, because you never see that. But I noticed they do sell, as an add-on to the Kickstarter, you can get like a display stand for it, so you can like prop it up on its side when you're not using it, so you can actually see the back, which is interesting. There's like an on-off switch. There's some basic RGB actions, and you can customize all this somehow. We might delve into that a little later. Or you can go into, so you can go into Bluetooth mode, or 2.4 gigahertz mode. Anyway, whatever. The actual default keycaps are these transparent things, which have the lettering on them, and they fit over. They basically did the same thing my brother did for my previous keyboard, is that we have these custom keycaps with 4 studs on them. And again, they have a mounting cross, which is compatible. I think it's actually compatible with Cherry MX. These aren't actually Cherry MX switches, I don't think. It's but again, you can find all the info online on their Kickstarter campaign. I should have really put a link to that somewhere, but I'll add that after for somebody that finds the oh, no, I lost my video. So in theory we can pull, oh, and actually the key switches are hot swappable. You can actually just pull them out and replace them if you don't like the action on the default switches, which they're actually not too bad. Maybe not as clicky as some people prefer, but you know, I'm not a keyboard aficionado. By default, I use this like Microsoft Natural keyboard, which I've had for like, well, ever since it was released, which is probably like 15 years or so. And it's just a membrane keyboard. So how much is the keyboard? It's pretty expensive. I think it is, I I think it's like a couple $100 as a pre-order, which is actually cheaper than what it will be on retail. So, but okay, so we're gonna start. I'm gonna do a mix. I'm not just gonna reproduce this one 1-to-1 because I think there's been some new tiles released. I've been going through my tile bin, and for one, I bought a whole bunch of these letter tiles that were used in the typewriter. You can actually buy them from Bricks and Pieces online. They were only like 50 cents each Canadian, which actually wasn't too bad, I thought. So for like, you know, $13, I could get all the letter tiles. Gentleman Loud, do you intend to replace your keyboard with this one for day to day? I don't know. We'll see, actually. I do like the shape of the natural one. But and I also like having the number pad. So maybe not. But I might use it for my secondary computer. One thing, it's actually a bit larger than I would like. I know they added these studs, or I assume they added these, there's like 6 studs worth of space on either side so you can decorate it. But I think I probably would have preferred just to have like 1 stud of space. Is this keyboard available in India? I have no idea. Cover it in minifigs. Yeah, well, I do. For our Hamburg, I brought my minifig containers out to the front, so we'll see. We might dig out some minifigs and see what we can do. Okay, but first, actually really curious what these letter tiles look on it. So I'm just gonna pop off all these transparent covers and put these typewriter ones on. And hold on, I'm just gonna get a container to put all these transparent keycaps in. Have you ever considered making it height adjustable with Technic or something? Like the height of the keyboard? You definitely could. I mean, one, I guess, advantage of having the studs on the back is you can, definitely build up brick to add height or change the angle, which we might experiment in a little bit. So what letter is that? Q. Are there any kind of keycaps that resemble the ones on the keyboard? I don't know what you mean. The Lego produces? Probably not. One thing, I'm actually not a big fan of these default keycaps. They're really flat and they're quite large, so they butt up directly against the adjacent keys. So it might be easy to accidentally hit adjacent keys when you're typing. The profile of most keycaps is kind of sloped, so you don't have that issue, but I'm sure you would get used to it. But we're not going to use them anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. You look like Heisenberg. Ah, cheers. Davy Jones. Okay, X. I actually pulled out all the other letter tiles I have too. Lego has made a few over the years. We have these like small white round ones, which I bought a bunch of. And then old school, we have these black ones, which is 1x1. And then we have some colorful letter and number ones. And the black ones I used in the original one I designed. So this one here, which was, pretty cool, I thought. I did like the look of this one quite a bit. But we're gonna try, I think these, these letter tiles from the typewriter are pretty dope. They're like kind of silvery gray, and they have like a silver gray round outline. Oh my gosh. For some reason, this one is like impossible to get off. Crazy. The only downside to these ones is there's no way to add the in my original keyboard and in the one I have, I added these on the F and the J key. I added the little jumper plate so you get the tactile feedback of where those keys are, which is quite handy when you're not looking at the keyboard to figure out where you are, where your hands are. Do I work for Lego? No, I do not. Some things look really cool, but don't work that good for daily use. Yeah, I'm not sure. Obviously, oh yeah, interestingly, I got 2 V's when I ordered this these keys online. Hopefully that means they didn't skimp out on some other piece. But yeah, I mean, the only way to really tell whether it'll be useful for a daily driver is, you know, just trying it out and using it for a few days. So we will see. I won't be able to tell you that until I do actually try it out. Can you put LEDs in the next Lego keyboard? Everybody loves the LEDs. I'm not really a big, well, I could care less about the LEDs, but we will see. Yes. Do you say Lego or Legos? Lego pieces, my friend. Shame there's only a US physical keyboard layout available. Oh yeah, TTK. My hands do not get on with the different enter key shape and key position. Yeah. I mean, I'd actually be really curious if eventually they do sell just these keycaps separately. Because that would be pretty cool, I think, for people that just want to have a, you know, add a Lego key. Why doesn't this go in anymore? You know, add some Lego keys to whatever keyboard they're currently using. Z. Okay, my V. Clearly I don't need the extra V. And for some reason, well, the typewriter set had a question mark and the colon. But we may replace those at some point with some other custom stuff. No numbers in the typewriter set. No, I do not believe the typewriter had numbers. Tricks and bricks. Do you think the Lego should make more lighting bricks or lighting options for their sets? Yes, they should. Here we go. Actually, they look pretty sweet, actually. Pretty nice. I actually wish they had keycaps in other colors. Well, they do have keycaps in other colors, but I think only like primary colors. I really wish they had black ones. Black ones would be sick. Oh, LEDs are helpful for typing in the dark. Yeah. Okay, I also pulled out some. There have been so many new prints lately, especially like the video stuff, that I pulled out some tiles, although a lot of these are pretty old, but we may go through again a bit later and see what else we can find. Okay, maybe I'll actually drop this camera down a bit so I can actually see a little better. But for one thing, I pulled out this menu tile. It might be hard to see on. It's from the Parisian restaurant, and I think it was also released in like a Creator 3-in-1 more recently. But we're gonna actually use the menu for the menu key, which I think is pretty cool. I have these control panels, which we're gonna use for the control buttons. What else to find? Oh, Classic Space. I have some Classic Space logos, which I'm going to use for the space key. I think that's a pretty good play on words. And I think I'm going to try and fill these tiles in with the same background that the Classic Space logo has. So red and blue. What is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 studs. So we'll put a 1x6, red, blue, 1x4. We may change this later. We'll do like a first pass at decorating everything, and then we'll see what it looks like. What else we have? Oh, I actually found this E from the Wally set, which maybe we'll put the E in there temporarily, although it kind of ruins the vibe of the rest of the numbers. Okay, then I think for the ones on the right, we have like print screen, screen lock, and pause break. I actually really like the tiles I used in my previous keyboard, so I'm just gonna take those out and put them on. So we have fingerprints for the print screen. We have this scroll for the scroll lock, and yield symbol for the pause break. And then the home key, we'll put a roof of a house. And I had this green one before, but maybe we'll pick another color. I gotta find those slopes though, wherever they might be. Oh, here we go. Here, we'll get a red house roof for the home. And then the end, I had this treasure map, which is pretty cool. So you follow the map all the way to the end. That's where you get the end. For delete, I had this X, which seems appropriate. And I might try and find a better tile for the insert. I just have these like down pointing arrows, which is not too bad, but maybe we can find better ones. My family just came in. What in the world is this? Yes, this is a Lego compatible keyboard. There's currently a Kickstarter campaign for it to do pre-orders. But I was pretty excited when they approached me to play around with it, because as you may or may not be familiar with, I've definitely created Lego keyboards in the past, and I was really excited to check this one out. How heavy is it? TT Kelly. It's pretty heavy. I don't know, it's about the same weight as the other one I have. Actually, they're all about the same weight. So I don't know, pretty standard. It's probably maybe heavier than average because it is quite large. And the action is pretty good. And actually, it's already a little bit better without the standard keycaps and just these round tiles, because now the keys aren't directly. The tops of the keys are a bit spaced out, so you don't accidentally hit the ones next to them as easily. And for the Windows key, Lego conveniently has this computer monitor, which we'll use. And we'll get a couple of those. And the Alt keys, when I built this previous keyboard, I just decided to use some like crazy, I don't know, weird pieces. So I got a mushroom and a frog, which I guess can be associated with kind of altered states. So I thought they were pretty funny. Oh, Lego trash can for the Elite. That's a great idea. Let me see if I can find one. Here, classic green trash can. Put in the rubbish bin. Obviously, that makes it a little bit harder to hit the other keys, but whatever, it works. That's awesome. We'll definitely can have some fun with this. Maybe not the best key as a daily driver, but definitely super fun. Oh, actually, it doesn't stick as well. Actually, I think I'll mount it on a like 2x2. Because it has these cutouts on the bottom, the clutch power just isn't quite as good. Especially since these are basically clone branded. But if I put it on a plate first, the grip's pretty good, and then I bet that plate sticks really well. Yeah, much better. Rubbish bin. Put it in the garbage. Use the E from the typewriter instead of the Wally. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of ruins the job. But we may we'll probably experiment with the letter keys at some point. Our Hamburg will use it daily, not... Oh my god, Slash Me is in the house. Man, it's been so long since we've talked. Hope everything's going well. You might need a bracket so it's sideways. Oh, interesting idea, yeah. Let's see if we can try that out. Let's get a white one. But I actually need... in theory, we could put it sideways, but we'll worry about that later. Do you think it would be a good idea to make a Lego computer to go with the Lego keyboard? As I mentioned in, I think, the previous live stream, or recent live stream, ever since I built the keyboard, the first keyboard, I've thought about building a mouse. Like a Lego mouse skin to... So that might be the next project related to computers. Is it possible to bridge two keys together with one long Lego plate? Not sure if the actual use though. Yeah, interesting. I don't know if the spacing's right. We'll try that out. We'll take the 7 and 8 off. Is the spacing? No, spacing is definitely not conducive to that. Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure when you would use that, but okay, 7, 8. Actually, I better, or that was 9 and 0. I better put those back on. So I found this $ key, which is good for the number 4. Here's the $. Oh, some of these transparent caps are pretty. Put the $ there, and we'll get a number 4 to go along with it. And then Lego did release, they released the @ symbol at some point as part of the old black letter pack. So we'll use that. And the number 2. And then I guess, even though these will be probably a little bit multicolored, the star. Oh, I noticed that the 1x1 rounds have a nice star in them now. This blue star, or the asterisk. I guess that's technically an asterisk, but star works well enough for that. We'll put that for the number 8. And we'll get an 8. Oh yeah, there's no Russian flag on the keyboard. I'm just matching the colors of the Classic Space logo. I guess we can change that at some point. If it's confusing, I don't know if it'll jive with the... In fact, maybe just having it white might be better. Oh yeah, caps lock. We're definitely gonna go with the baseball cap again, because I think it's pretty cool, kind of little play on words. So we've got a jumper, and maybe just a white tile, jumper plate, and a baseball cap. Get a little caps lock. Better change of bad associations. Clearly people are getting a little excited about the red and blue. So yeah, we'll just take those out for now. Maybe we'll put some white. It'll match the cleanliness, although white is a bit boring. But that's all right. Okay, and then in this keyboard I basically had kind of a color scheme going where yellow, all the keys that were moving the cursor around were yellow, so like backspace, tab, enter, page up, page down, and the arrow keys. So we'll try and see what that looks like. For now, and then we'll have to decide. I want to decorate the outside as well, so we'll see what kind of colors we'll end up with there. Backspace is for 2x4 studs. What about the Classic Space key? I mean, the Classic Space logos are still on it. For enter, I'm using this funky, I don't even know what this is from. It's got like a handle and a lot of arrows on it, which I thought was pretty appropriate. Can you return the camera on the keyboard? This is the camera on the keyboard. Yes, please use English in the chat. I don't know why that's so hard to understand, but oh, my daughter would like a Lego Friends themed keyboard. Yeah. I'm sure I have some Friends characters we can pull out to put on it. Oh, it'd be cool to make the WASD keys stand out. Yeah. Yes, we should definitely do that. Do you actually need the letters on them? I know we have some colorful letter tiles here. I don't know which, they're like multiple colors. Like this W is red. So we could make the W red. But I don't know how they decided which colors to make. Yeah, the A is lime green, so it's kind of... And the S is lime green. What's the D? Oh, the D is lime green too. Interesting. That's gonna be pretty barfy looking though. Maybe not the best. Oh, I bet you know what we can do. I'm definitely not going to be a fan of that. I don't like these. Not a big fan of these ones. But maybe we can just put a 2x2 plate underneath them of a different color. It will raise them up, but for now, I know you can buy when you order your. If you order one, you can customize what color the keycaps are, but. Yeah, I mean, that's clearly not ideal because it's definitely noticeable that they're raised, but we'll keep it like that for now. Escape could be a minifigure trying to escape the keyboard. Yeah, it could. Enthusiastic bananas in the house. Yes, I don't understand. Actually, for the previous keyboard, I used this as the escape tile. Oh, my focus is all messed up. I don't think, do any of these focus properly? It's basically a minifig running away from the dinosaurs from like the really old studio sets, which I thought was pretty interesting. But we'll put that in for now. But once we pull out the minifigs, we can definitely, maybe we can put Emmett with his scared face on, like he's running away. Could always raise all the keys, yes. Vitreous, for sure. Yeah, actually, if we raised all the keys, then we could customize some of the colors behind some of the other ones as well. And I think that would be an okay solution for sure. What else do we have? We need some to finish all the numbers. I think we'll do... I guess we'll do all the numbers in black. These actually match these typewriter letter keys quite well. They have basically the same kind of metallic gray printing on them. So that really goes well. Unfortunately, all these symbols that are like the alternates of the letters, we don't have them all in Lego, so we kind of have to be creative. So for the exclamation point, I'm just using this straight bar. For the pound sign, or the hashtag as people have started using it, we're just using this kind of square thing, which I think is reasonable. Man, 5 is the percent sign. So I actually used this control piece because even though it's like I think it's like a gauge from like the train sets originally, but kind of just indicates like a percentage of something. And then 6 is the caret, which we'll use an upside down V for, which I think works pretty well. 7 is the and symbol, which is pretty hard to represent. I'm just using an S, which is probably not great, but oh, it's just a hash. Sorry, yeah, not the other way around. It's not a hashtag. It's used for hashtags, but it's just a hash symbol. 9 and 0 are open and close brace. I decided to use sideways U's in the previous one, which isn't too bad representation, I don't think. And then we'll put some tiles underneath in black to match the basic colors of those. Where did you get the number tiles from? These number tiles are pretty old. Lego used to sell them as I think you could buy them like as letter packs at some point. They also came in, it was like a business card holder. Something that people don't use anymore. There was like a business card holder set or something like that that had them in it. But I think they're all long ago been discontinued. They also have these white letter tiles, but I don't think these have numbers on them. these white 1x1 round letter tiles, which are relatively new. You can probably still buy these. I bought these from Lego Bricks and Pieces. And at some point I might make a white version. But I think these letter keys look really sharp, actually. So I'll probably just keep using these. Can you rotate the camera 180 degrees? Okay, I'll just build upside down. How's that? That way I'll have a better idea of what it looks like. The raised keys look really good. Yeah, I actually really like the look of that. So maybe we'll raise all the other ones with different colors so that the WAS keys stand out. And actually, if we put black behind all these other ones, it'll kind of minimize the... Let's just take a quick look at what that'll look like. We'll do a couple just to see. Yeah. It's not bad. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, what else? We got the bottom row done. We need shift keys. And for shift keys, I used arrows as well on the previous one. So let's just pop these off. I have these red arrows, which I think is, I clearly just ripped off the question mark. And then we'll use some black tiles. It's 5 and this one's 6. We'll just fill these with, we'll just get a 2x3. Oh, and I already brought the tiles out. Is it functional? Yes, it is functional. This is an actual keyboard. Instead of 1x1 side by side, maybe use the diagonal to indicate the need to use the shift key. Oh yeah, that's I guess on most keyboards. Oh yeah, it's like the 1 on the bottom, or the numbers on the bottom, and the symbols on the top. Yeah, actually that doesn't look too bad. Actually, yeah, I think that does look a lot better. This is available on Kickstarter. Yes, yes it is. Maybe I should just pin a message. Or pin a comment. I was gonna type on it, but it's upside down. And oh yeah, it's on the Kickstarter. Although I do take let's just go look at that. Pixel, world's first Lego compatible mechanical keyboard. Well, I mean, what am I, chopped liver? What the heck is this thing? It's probably like the first mass-produced one, maybe. But okay, so in theory I added a link. Can I pin this somehow? I think I can, yes, pin it. Message pinned. So that is the keyboard that I'm using. Yeah, clearly they've reached their goal. They're just using it as a pre-order. I think they're shipping in like a month or something, or they're shipped by January or something. So they're definitely like, and the one I have is definitely like a production version. But basically all the information you have is here. You can get different colored keycaps. It's clearly compatible with Lego. And there's a bunch of add-ons you can get too. I don't know all the details, but should be able to flip the camera in software. Yeah, but the angle, yeah, I could, but the angle might be a little bit off. I guess, whatever, it's fine. I can use it upside down. 200 depending on the pledge tier. Yeah, it's pretty pricey for sure. It's clearly a specialty product, so you know that's not too surprising. Bluetooth or wired? Both, either Bluetooth or 2.4 gigahertz or hardwired. It's got like a 2.4 gigahertz dongle you can use, or you can just Bluetooth it, or it comes with a wire, which is actually pretty cool. It's got studs on it too. It's got studs on the USB-C side, 2x2, and then 2x3 studs on the USB side. I guess they're both USB, but okay. So second row. Oh, we also need these: the period and the comma and the arrow keys. And again, we're using the V. We use the V for the. Put that one backwards. We'll just use a sideways V for the greater than and less than keys. And these letter tiles, or these letter tile pack actually had a period, which is handy. And it had like an apostrophe, which we can use as the comma, which I think works pretty well. It's USB-C, yes. No, yeah, it's USB-C. Can you change the layout from English to German? Oh, yeah, actually, it's a very good question. You'd have to look that up on their website. Okay, actually, with all these black ones, it might look... Yeah, it might look better with black plates under all of these. Maybe. Oh yeah, I think it does look a little bit better. As I said, I really wish they had black keycaps, but you know, it is what it is. Are you comfortable with this keyboard? I mean, it seems to work pretty fine. You can definitely type on it. We'll try that out. Cool. Okay, next row. What are we missing? We got our baseball cap. Although maybe I should put black tiles behind that as well. Since we do seem to have a little bit of a black theme going on, let me just pull out some black tiles. And then we also have the quote, single quote and double quote. We'll have to get a little bit creative. For the single quote, we can use that. Oh my gosh. Some of these actually are really hard to come off. I guess their tolerances aren't quite as good as Lego. But the actual clutch power of the keycaps seems quite good. And for double quote, I'm actually using, this is an underscore character. I'm putting 2 underscores side by side for the double quote. And I guess the semicolon, because the typewriter had a colon, I could try and make a colon and a semicolon, but we'll just assume that I'll remember that there's a semicolon there as well. Oh yeah, is there a hole? Yes, this, apparently there's a built-in hole. Actually, I'm not really sure what these trans plates are for, to be honest. The whole thing is covered in these trans plates, and which is a bit odd because I'm just going to take them off and build right on the keyboard. I'm not sure why I would want a trans layer of plates between my decorations, but whatever. There's a hole here, and that's to store the dongle, the 2.4 gigahertz dongle, when you're not using it, or if you, yeah, so you don't lose it. It can be stored right inside the keyboard, which is pretty awesome. Oh, interesting. You built the ATT confidential. That's cool. Okay. So row 2 is done. Row 3, we got some, what do we got? We got curly braces, square brackets. Again, we gotta be pretty creative here. For the curly braces, I decided to use sideways W's, which pretty interesting. And then for square braces, I decided to use E's, which we'll do in a pinch, I think. Until we come up with something better. No QWERTZ love? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty used to typing on a QWERTY keyboard, so that is fine with me. And then we have the vertical bar, which we have a long dash, and then we have the slash key, which we'll use a, even though there's also an O in this, it's got an O with a slash in it, but that'll be good. But we may better put this the right slash. It's gotta go that way. I believe that is the way that slash goes, and then we'll get some more black tiles. Can you tell a joke about Lego? I don't know if I know any Lego jokes, but my fave key is the frog. Oh yeah, the frog is pretty cool. The alt keys. Okay. Row 3 is done. Row 4 equals plus. I'm wonder if there's. I'm pretty sure there's no equals or plus tiles that I own anyway. I mean, maybe there are some out there, but again, we'll have to get creative. So plus equals. The slash character is great. Slash me is totally not biased. For the plus character, I'm actually using this kind of control character piece because it looks like a plus sign. I think it's from an old Star Wars set that I had. And then for equals, again, I'm decided to use these underscore pieces. If we put two of them, one on top of each other now, it kind of looks like an equal sign. And then we have short dash and long dash, which these letter tiles actually did have a short dash in them, so we'll use that. And the long dash, we'll just use that underscore character again. And then top row, all we need is the tilde and the squiggle. Or the tilde and the, I guess that's just a like apostrophe. So for the apostrophe, we can definitely use the dash that they had. And then for the tilde, we'll actually use like a sideways S, which I think is reasonable. Okay. I think we're good for... Probably will put black plates behind all these other ones, but... Oh yeah, and I should rejig all of these so that the numbers are below the special characters. You could raise the F and J. Oh yes, I could. Yeah, because right now it is missing that tactile feedback. Usually there's a little raised thing on it. And in my previous keyboards, I always put a jumper plate so that I could find them with my fingers easily. Oh, equals could be a 1x2 great. Oh, interesting, yeah. Plus equals. That's actually a great idea. We're gonna try that. We'll get a grill tile. I assume that's what you mean. Oh yeah. That totally looks like an equal sign. Excellent. Good suggestion. Do you have any thoughts on mini building bricks from China? I mean, if you don't mind using clone pieces, they're pretty good. I don't know. Quality seems pretty good these days. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm on the reorienting the numbers. You gonna put lights on it? I won't put any lights. It has some built-in RGB, but only on the top and the sides. And you can actually customize. Well, you can turn them on and off. You can also cycle through. They have a bunch of effects that you can cycle through. Different colors. But oh yeah, here's some good old kit car. You mean it's a great idea? Slash me, yes. The equal sign is a great idea. I guess I never considered that to be a great piece. I always considered it to be a grill piece, but yeah, that is definitely a great idea. Knight Rider mode, yes indeed. I guess I can probably just turn this keyboard off right now since I'm not doing anything with it. Okay. Okay, number keys are reoriented, which, yeah, looks much better. Are there going to be improvements beyond this stream? I mean, we'll see how long we get. I mean, we're going to try and decorate it a little bit now, but I may spend some time decorating it more, depending how long it takes. F keys, so function keys. In the previous keyboard, I did use a couple of special characters because F1 is typically help in most applications. So I actually used this medical symbol tile, which I think is pretty cool. F2 changes a lot depending on what app you're using. So we'll just call it F2. I know on this keyboard that I previously made, F3 was search. So I had this radar symbol, which is pretty cool. But I think like F2 and F3 are undo and redo on some keyboards, so that may not be appropriate, but whatever. We'll go with that for now. Maybe a skull on F4. Interesting. What does F4 typically do? I don't even know. And then for the other ones, I basically just bought a lot of Alt F4 closes the current window, yeah. So I guess, yeah, kill switch. I don't know, I don't recall there being any skull tiles though. F5 reload. I know it's weird because on like on the keyboard I use as my daily driver, there's like all kinds of stuff like F4 is new, F5 is open, F6 close, reply, but I think that's when you hold down, or yeah, I don't even know, forward, send, spell, save, print, all kinds of weird things. But I know some keyboards have used them as media keys as well. For example, there's like pause, play, rewind, etc., etc. There's a skull sticker for a 2x2 round. Are you done with the spacebar? I think there are some space for creations. Yeah, I mean, maybe we can actually just put a classic space guy on it. All right, I've already started dipping into the minifigs now. Put a little space dude. We'll just put a. Where did my 2x2? I had my 2x2 plates out. Where did I just put them? Oh, there they are. Let's have a little nap. Might be a bit in the way, but upside down classic space guy. It's probably gonna be a bit much. Slash me, I guess they just have dedicated buttons that emulate Control-O, Control-S. Yeah. But I think to some extent, and I think for a lot of them, they can be programmable too, so it's hard to put an actual, or to know what the function keys do. So I know on the keyboard I originally had here, like F7 and F8 was next song, previous song, next song. And like F10 was mute, I think, or stop. And I think this was to launch the media player, I believe, or something. So I had a bunch of symbols to kind of represent that, but this keyboard is a cool idea, but it's sad that even though it's custom, it still doesn't look as good as Jason's. Yeah, I mean, I think that's true of pretty much anything. You can always make a quote-unquote better version if you're willing to spend the time custom making something than mass producing something. So I think it's better than what most people have access to, though, by default. I mean, if your options are to fully make your own custom keyboard, which was a lot of work, actually, to get all the spacing right, and even just to find a keyboard that would work and to get these custom keycaps. There's actually a lot of effort put into this, so not everybody's going to be willing to do that. But if you can just buy one of these off the shelf and you know, get at least a little bit of the way there, I think that's pretty awesome. And you can definitely have some fun with it. And for the 11 and 12, I just dropped the Fs, since I mean, obviously I could put them underneath, but at this point, you know, they're function keys, so will I use this? I don't know. I'm definitely gonna try and use it. We'll definitely give it a go, and then we'll see how it feels. I think it's definitely good enough to use as a daily driver, but I mean, the action feels pretty good to me. I'm not that picky, though. Are those three 3D printed on your custom one, yeah. Yeah, these are 3D printed. Actually, they're in, my brother has a store on Shapeways. You can actually buy them. But because they're 3D printed, the clutch power is a little bit variable. So, you know, they're not all uniform completely. They're not as good as injection molded ones would be. Okay, we got our function keys, and this key actually has a function button, and this is used to do a bunch of stuff like control the LEDs, and I'm sure there's other stuff too. If I pull out, where did I put the box? Oh, it's over here. There are like rudimentary instructions on the back here. Oh yeah, but the function key with the numbers can be used to pair. It can pair with up to 8 Bluetooth devices, or up to 8 devices over Bluetooth, so you can control which device you're accessing. And there's a bunch of functionality for the LEDs. You can control the brightness, saturation, hue, all this stuff. The speed for the ones that have some kind of movement associated with them. But I assume a lot of the stuff is customizable through software as well. Our styles printed or stickers. These are all printed. They came in the typewriter set, the Lego typewriter set. Really nice, really good quality, good printing. 8 devices, that's a lot actually. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, if you want to use it to control multiple computers or even your phone, whatever you want. Okay, I need a function button. Oh, actually, I'm just going to use the Lego logo as the function button. Sounds pretty cool. I wanted to put the Lego logo somewhere on it. Anyway. Okay, and then as far as customizing the housing, I'm actually going to pull off, as I said, for some reason it has all these transparent plates on it. Which, I mean, whatever. It is what it is, but it seems a bit odd. It would make more sense if there were like LED lights on the top, because then you could see the LED shining through if you put plates on top of these. But as it is, I'm not really sure what... Oh, space. So you could remove the spaceman's left arm to make the bottom row accessible. Yeah, obviously it's his arm is kind of in the way from typing. But you do get these transparent plates, which is pretty cool. If you want to build with transparent pieces. Although they're a bit... they're not completely transparent. They're a bit foggy. But we will set those aside for now. Okay, so... we need to somehow decorate this. Somebody suggested minifigs, so... well, somebody suggested friend minifigs. Which, this is not the friend minifig case. Basically, all my minifigs are just kind of randomly strewn in these drawers. But, these are basically all my collectible minifigs and specialty minifigs. This guy with the rubber duck, stud muffins. Pretty awesome. Banana Man. But what else we got in here? My friends. Where are my friends? At some point, I got really ambitious and was going to sort all my minifigs. But basically, this is basically as far as I got. These are just random city folk. Actually, I don't know if... my friend's minifigs aren't even in that drawer unit. Wait, isn't that the Red Spaceman rare? No, it's from the new Galaxy Explorer. So it's not that rare. Zane, hello, good morning. Cheers. Anyways, you only raised half the letter keys. Oh yeah, I just didn't quite finish. I guess I can do that before we move on. while I'm doing this, let's get some... anybody have any suggestions for what to put on the outside? I was probably just going to use curved slopes of different colors like I did in the previous one, which I may still do. Okay, oh, that's why. Put it all black. Oh yeah, definitely looks pretty nice. Again, I really wish they had black keycaps, but a dot design. I'm gonna do something a little bit more interesting than a dot design, but a pool. Well, I could definitely build a pool. Since I do have this floaty guy, I guess we can take his legs off and we can stick him in a pool. We'll get some transparent bricks. Have a little pool party on the side here. And then we should somehow float the rubber ducky. We actually need longer studs to hold him in. I think, what can we do with that? I think we can use Technic pins. I'm gonna stick 2 Technic pin half pins up through the bottom of this to hold them up. And then we'll put a jumper plate upside down. And then we'll get one of these dudes. We'll put a 1x1 tile, round tile with a hole in it. So now I can fix this onto the keyboard. Maybe, yeah, somehow. There we go. So now he is swimming with no legs. It looks like he's floating on the water. Okay, but we actually need some more tiles for the rest of the pool. Get some 2x2. There we go. That's pretty cool. Got a little pool action for that dude. I guess the pool could use border. Maybe get some like gray tiles. I guess those should have been 1x8s, but okay, we have Stud Muffin in the pool. I'll actually turn him around so he faces the front. It's pretty awesome. Oh, Nico71. Welcome, Nick. Nico joining the party. We're just customizing this keyboard. It's pretty exciting. Does Lego make 2x2 square letter tiles? I don't think so. Maybe some fancy opening cover. Oh yeah, for the Bluetooth storage dongle. Yes, we should add. Yeah, maybe we can add a hinged cover over here to store the Bluetooth dongle. What about the Technic pieces to make the keyboard tiltable? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Corners look like they would match Lego's round bricks plates. Yeah. Actually, that's a good question. I'm not sure if they're the same. We can take a quick look-see. Unfortunately, there's no stud on them, so... But yeah, they basically match like the quarter round tile. It's definitely the same curve, but you can't attach a quarter round. Okay, so we got Technic pieces to make it tiltable. This has to be an official product. I mean, it would be awesome if Lego actually produced this, but how much grip does it have on the table? Well, right now I actually have a cloth down on the table, so, but it does come with these rubber, it comes with these rubber little feet that you can stick on the bottom. And oh, I lost my minifig. The rubber feet actually just have little stud holes on them, so you can just stick it on a Lego piece like that. So actually they might be handy if you can use them for things other than this keyboard if you're building something. Elias Malden, do you remember me? Yes, was the mole rat one, yeah. Woohoo, coconut tree. How much grip does it have on? Oh yeah. It was with the prairie dog, yeah. Try a 2x2 quarter circle. Yeah, I mean it's not the same angle as the. It's not the same angle as the 2x2. It's basically 1x1. Okay, well, first step one, we're going to build a little hatch for the Bluetooth dongle. So we'll build like a Technic hatch for it. So we're gonna tile the edges actually. So whatever opening thing we make can sit on that, and I guess we'll use friction pins. We'll use some friction pins and these Technic pieces. So something like this. Actually, it doesn't have to be. Then we'll do the same. Actually, we can make this pretty. We'll raise this up a little bit. I need some 1x2 plates. Like so. So now we have a basic friction hinge. And then we can, how long is this hatch? 2x6. We'll get a 2x6 plate. I guess we can make it some funky color. We'll make it red. Red seems like a nice color. Actually, do I have those friction or do? We'll make the flap that opens red, and what is the map key on the keyboard? The map key is the end key. X marks the spot for the finish. And then we will put a little, we'll just cover that up with tiles. Everybody likes tiles. I love me some tiles. Actually, maybe we'll use some curved slopes. I like curved slopes even more than tiles. Little secret hatch, which is pretty cool. Like a bunker hatch. Can probably decorate it at some point as well. Put the surrounding, and we'll get a 1x2 tile plate and a 1x4 plate. All right. Well, actually, I guess I don't want the 1x4 plate. Excellent. So we got a secret opening and closing hatch for the 2.4 gigahertz dongle. And actually we should put, it's probably pretty easy to lose this thing because it's just white. So we'll just add like put a red tile on it so we can find it a little more easily. Because it has studs on it, which is pretty awesome. Make a wrist rest for the keyboard, maybe with some slanted bricks. Yes. Not so secret hatch, yeah. I guess we can make it look a little more subtle at some point. All right. Awesome. Secret hatch. We got dude swimming. Okay, what other minifigs can we put on this? Will it be connected to the computer? It will eventually be connected to the computer. I guess I could actually connect to the computer. How long is this cable? Will it reach my actual... You'll probably have to... I mean, it'll definitely be easier in Bluetooth mode. But I don't want to have to bother pairing it and everything while we're live streaming. Okay. So in theory, can I type? Does this work? Oh, I have no number keys. Let's just go make sure this actually works. Oh yeah. Let's type a comment. This is a test. Wow, look at that. The keyboard actually works. Funky that. How do I change my LED options? Oh yeah, here's a whatever subtle kit car. How does it feel? It actually feels pretty good. Well, clearly hit the H instead of the question mark. Or accidentally hit an H when I hit the Y. Oh, the one before was Kit. Yeah, possibly. Kit goes back and forth, I believe, right? I would put a few row of trans clear bricks over the top edge to act like a light pipe for the RGB. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Oh yeah, for sure. In fact, those transparent bricks that were on this thing to begin with, or plates, if I put them on, now you can actually see them a little bit from the front, which is pretty interesting. That'd be something to play with. I'm a little bit, there are studs on this, which is pretty handy, but they actually don't match the spacing for, like if I put a bracket, from the top down the bottom, the level of the studs on the side doesn't match the Lego geometry, which is a bit of a shame. Does it match from the bottom? No, it's still a little bit off. Even though it looks similar, it's actually not quite. So it would be difficult to build on and keep the seams tight. But whatever, you know, can't be perfect. Can you try a different color transcator plate on it? Maybe red. Yeah, let's get on that. So yeah, if we put a couple reds, actually I guess I can change the is there like a, oh yeah, this is the kit back and forth. That's awesome. We'll just put a bunch of different colored. It definitely does work as a bit of a light pipe if you want, but it would probably be better if I turned the lights off. But it definitely works. So if you want to bring the light up kind of to the top, you can actually use these transparent plates as a light pipe. Yeah, not quite. It's very similar to kit, but yeah, I mean, I think there's no pause. There's no pause at the ends for kit. Ezra Cornfeld missed the start. Yeah, you missed the start. That's okay. Okay, somebody wanted a pineapple tree. No, coconut tree. Sorry, pineapple tree. What do coconut trees look like? I mean, that's like the classic Lego tree, right? I don't know where all my tree pieces are. Here, we got some tree pieces. Classic old school Lego coconut. Clearly the guy in the pool needs some shade from the sun. So yeah, we'll give him a coconut. We'll get a couple of these. Get a couple of these dudes. What switches? You have to look at the Kickstarter. I can't remember exactly which switches they use, but you can actually customize it when you order it. I think they have like 5 switches you can choose from, and the switches are hot swappable. You can actually just pull them out and replace them, which is pretty cool. Oh, Oscar the Grouch in the trash. Oh, I don't know where my Oscar is. Actually, he might still be in the Sesame Street box, which I don't know. No curved clear bricks to reflect the light forward. Yeah, I mean, you might be able to... There are no trans curved bricks that I know of. Are there other sizes for the keyboard, Andre? Not that I know of. I think this is it. Which is a shame because... Yeah, I wish there was other sizes for it. I need the pieces for this tree. Where are they? I don't know where they are. So we're just gonna have to wing it, I guess. I know there are... Where are those pieces? I know I have them somewhere. Are they bars? Hold on a second. Okay, I found them. This is the problem with using pieces that I rarely use. Okay, so now we have something to mount the tree on. Mount the leaves on. Got a little coconut tree. Actually, we'll just put another one of these on. There we go. So our pool boy has a nice tree to shade him. Although in hindsight, I should have moved him in the middle, I guess, and put the coconut tree at the top. Actually, we'll do that. This is what it's like whenever I build anything. We'll move him down. We'll move it down like it's constantly rebuilding. Put him in the middle. Actually, the clutch power on these is actually quite good. It's definitely comparable to Lego. Definitely no problem grabbing onto the plates, that's for sure. Pool boy! Yeah, there we go. Much better. F1 should be Formula 1. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I don't have any of the Formula 1 racers, so F1 is ambulance for help, yeah. Yeah, it's the help. It's the standard help key. So imagine this keyboard having power socket for Lego you could make. Motorized angle adjuster, oh yeah. Can you add a cooler for the pool guy? Oh yeah, we can definitely give him a cooler. I mean, it's just gonna be a small cooler, so we'll just get like a white... Let's get like a white palisade brick and maybe put like a colored top on it. Maybe like a tile. Some kind of like aqua blue. And have a cooler so we can have some cold, refreshing drinks. Can you show once again how you place the Lego City Figs? Oh, in the container, yeah. Actually, I just mounted them all on. It's definitely part intensive. I have 2 by 16 and a 2 by 10 plate, and they're connected with a 1 by 4 plate here, and then you have to offset them. Every other one has to be a stud forward or backwards offset, so their arms don't interfere with each other. And then you can just line them all up kind of in a row. It's probably not definitely uses a lot of plates, but I just used all my old Like these are all old light gray plates, so I wasn't ever using them to build stuff. But it just makes it easy to, when I pull out the drawer, I can really see all the torsos and patterns and faces. But as I said, I've only done like 2 drawers like this. And then for these ones, for like the dresses, which are slope pieces, I just have them standing up. I think if you actually had a system like this, it's really nice once you have it, but it's a pain in the butt to set up. On the contrast, here's like a bunch of Star Wars figures, which are all just, you know, lying in the, all mixed together. We can put R2D2, or no, who is this? R4D6 or something? Well, here's R2D2. R2D2 can guard the escape hatch as is appropriate. Maybe C-3PO can join them. Their feet will crack though. Would be best to keep the fig parts separate. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people store their Lego connected together, which is something I don't really do, but use the transparent long piece to create a continuous frame around the back. I mean, you could. I don't think you're gonna, the light's not gonna travel too far though, sadly. Guarding the secret hangar. Yeah, put R2D2 and C-3PO here. Okay, we got a pool boy. It's pretty exciting. Oh, my Friends minifigs. I'll go try and find the Friends minifigs. Somebody wanted to see Friends minifigs. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Maybe. I mean, hopefully I have some Friends minifigs. Clearly, all my other minifigs are stored in... Oh, that keyboard no longer works. All my other minifigs are just stored in these shoebox containers. This is like a mix of Ninjago and such. But actually I have no idea where all my Friends minifigs are. They are all in a container, but clearly none of these. That's unfortunate. I guess we don't get any Friends figs. Oh, now all my hotkeys don't work because all my OBS hotkeys are the number pad on my other keyboard. So, where did you get the 1x1 number and 1x1 letter pieces? I bought them from Lego. I mean, you can probably find them on Bricklink now. Okay, what are we gonna do now? Let's I got some curved slopes. Actually, I want to see what it looks like. I got to dip into my overflow of curved slopes. If I just like line the front with somebody also suggested a wrist rest. I think you could definitely build out a wrist rest if you wanted from the front. But for now, I'm curious just what it... I just wanted to contour the front a little bit. Get some like curved slopes to do that. Yeah, it's not bad. Doesn't look so bad. It's cool. The only other thing, I wish they actually had studs like This section between the keys has no studs, and you could totally put, like, it's definitely room for a tile here. I wish they had studs there. I also wish there were studs above the arrow keys. There's this blank space with no studs. I'm not really sure why that is the case, because I think they should have studs as well. What's next to the pumpkin? The groovy donkey. Oh, recycling symbol for F5. Yeah, what did I... Do I have a recycling symbol? Actually, I don't know if I have a recycling symbol. These are basically most of my 2x2 tiles. But I actually dumped them out and went through them yesterday, and I don't recall seeing a recycling symbol. Oh, what's next to the pumpkin? Our Hamburgast. It's my vibe sheep, my friend. Oh man, my hotkeys don't work anymore. It's terrible. It's the vibe sheep from... I posted this a few weeks ago. Maybe a month ago, I don't know. Made a little short of it. It's pretty fun. Vibing. Oh, my hotkeys. My hotkeys. Oh, you could have some software, 2 keyboards connected, but yeah. I mean, I just unplugged the other keyboard because I'm short on USB ports on my computer. I mean, ultimately, I'll just connect it with Bluetooth. Yeah, for now, I just hardwired it. Oh my god, I've got so many Z's in my comment. I'm just gonna spam my own chat. Okay, anyway, it's almost lunchtime for me here, so I think we've done a pretty good start. I might try and... I want to decorate this frame a little bit more, but I haven't really decided on a color scheme yet, so I'll probably do that over the course of, I don't know, next few days or a week or so and play around with some things. But I'm pretty happy with how this actually works, and I think these typewriter letter tiles look really sweet. What's for lunch? I think I'm just gonna have a bagel. Make a Lego color picker across the top empty part of the keyboard. Okay, yeah. Maybe make a space world. Yeah, I was thinking, because it's got the classic space logos on it, we could get the new classic space minifigures involved, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was pretty fun to play with this thing. Like I said, I'm definitely going to try and use it for a little while as a daily keyboard, but we will see. I'll put a link to the Kickstarter in the description of this video if anybody stumbles upon it later. And yeah. I think with that, we'll finish the stream. Thanks for all the mods for sticking around. It was really great to see /me again. And thanks for everybody else for joining the chat. As always, thanks for watching. Keep on building. And we'll see you the next time.